y'all, welcome to Pretty Twisted Yarns YouTube channel. My name is Teresa. I'm the dyer behind Pretty Twisted Yarns, where I mainly dye self-striping yarn. Thank you so much for joining me today. It is December 1st, 2021, and today is my husband's birthday. He is currently taking my grandmother, Mimi, to a doctor's appointment. She's having some issues with her pacemaker. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. If you didn't know, my grandmother Mimi lives with us, and my husband and I are her caregivers. So we do all the things for her. Anyways, this YouTube channel is all about yarn, knitting, hand-dyeing yarn, knitting, crafting, crochet, whatever I'm up to. Mostly it's been knitting. It's a lot of knitting. A lot of knitting socks, but I have discovered knitting with worsted weight yarn goes really, really fast. I shared on my last episode that I had found a whip from 2018, and this whip is now a finished object. So excited! This is a hat pattern by Joji Locatelli. It is Cozy Head Happy Head, and it is knit in Malabrigo Rios in the teal feathers colorway. Hi, Coconut. You gonna come say hi? Hi, boy. And I was like, oh, it was like halfway done, and I didn't know if I should frog it or finish it. So I decided to go ahead and finish it. And in doing that, I found about 15 project bags. I haven't counted, but give or take 15 project bags with whips in them from like 2017, 2018. So I don't have any here with me today, but I want to go through them, pull out whatever's in there, figure out what the heck it was, and see, do I want to frog it or finish it? So my plan is to show you guys and have you help me decide, frog it or finish it. So guys, like this hat, I'm so stoked on. I cabled, I was like, oh God, it's cables. Like I did not remember how to cable. I didn't remember cable left, cable right. So when I read the pattern, I was like, oh yeah, okay, I remember now. And it's a really easy cable pattern, and I finished this like really fast because it's worsted weight yarn. Just awesome. I mean, I love socks and I love fingering weight yarn, but I'm like, this goes so fast. I also blocked. Now with socks, like I don't block my socks. I wash them, I hang them. It's all good. I blocked this slightly, and I blocked my Conversation Hearts cowl. I love it so much. This is going to be a Christmas present for someone. And this was a learning experience for me. I was throwing my background color with my right hand and using my hand I normally use for my foreground main color. But I noticed that like my tension's a little bit wonky. And I think that's pretty normal with color work. Like it's just something to work on. And then this happens with toe up socks with me too. Like the ribbing down here is good and fine and fresh and fun. But then my tension on my ribbing up here was really loose. Isn't that strange? Why? Like that's so weird. Why wouldn't you cast on and start ribbing? My tension's fine. But then when I'm still ribbing, like it had nothing to do with the bind off, it's loose. So these are things that I just need to work on. And I'm like, oh, I kind of want to rip it out so it's better, but no, it's a learning project. I can look back at this and be like, okay, so that didn't work. Now try this. right? But like, I'm gonna gift this to somebody, and I'm not gonna say who it is because she watches this. And she's gonna love it regardless. Like, she's not even gonna pick it apart like I just did at all. At all. I just noticed this too. What? Let's go like this and show this part. But listen, it's all about learning, right? Like, I'm not ripping this out. I love it. My friend designed it. I've never known a pattern designer before. Or like knit a pattern from anybody who I know. This pattern, by the way, Conversation Hearts Cowl, is by Aquila Boland, who is a Lefty Knitter podcast. And it's a wonderful cowl. I'm just not real experienced in color work. Or apparently ribbing. Or or the shape of hearts is a struggle for me, apparently. I just noticed that right now. So see, these are all fun things that we're going to experience together on this channel. Okay, so being that it's winter-ish, you know, it's Florida, but like it was like 35 degrees out last night. So I mean, it's not hot. I realize it's not like cold compared to Michigan and stuff like that, but it's chilly. It's cold. I'm like, I want to knit all the DK and all the worsted weight socks. So I had shared last episode that I had seen a pattern from Lauren of Granite State Yarns. And this is her Intervale Socks pattern. And I have interacted and communicated with Lauren through Instagram and YouTube, and she is a wonderful, wonderful lady, super talented. And I was going to dye myself some yarn, but decided against it, and I got the sock set. And I cast this on like a couple days ago. And it's going very quickly. This does have some color work in it. So DK, color work, I was like, yes, I can practice my color work. This is such a cute sock, this Intervale sock. It has some really nifty details within the sock. It's a paid for pattern. I believe it's a $4 pattern. So I'm not gonna speak like too much to the details in it, but it's just like all these little details that make it super, super cute. This Pico cuff, I've never hand knit. I've never hand knit like a folded cuff or a Pico cuff. I've done it on my sock machine, but I did it on US 3 32-inch Xiaogu magic loop. And it has this little color work. So what I did with the color work to see if I could get better tension was I just dropped my yarn and picked it back up with my left hand, which I'm a continental knitter. And it's a smaller color work, like there's no catching of floats or anything, but my tension was better. So the next color work that I knit, like I might knit the Conversation Hearts cowl again, use a different technique, and then I can compare the same product and see like, okay, was my tension better this way? So I might do that. But it also features, it is a heel flap and gusset. It's a variation on like a slip stitch. So I'm not going to say what kind of heel it was because it's in the pattern, but like it's super cute. So, so pretty. And I'm at the point on the toe where I'm going to do the second color work section on the first sock. I have a little Santa Progress Keeper. I have no idea where I got this. Unfortunately, a couple years ago, I got it. And it is living in a project bag, which I also don't know where it came from. I know my mom didn't make it. Got it on Etsy at some point. It has little mittens on it. That's a cute little bag, drawstring. And I have found a It's actually not a yarn bowl, but I'm using it like a yarn bowl. This is actually a matcha bowl from Tivana that I got when we lived in Hawaii in like 2013. But it makes a nice little yarn bowl. So that is living in there. Oh my gosh, I'm working on something else that I forgot to bring over. And I'm just gonna go get it. Hang on, sorry if you see my butt. I'm recording. I should ask.
Like live or like?
No, for YouTube. On YouTube's.
I have something really important to tell you.
Wait.
Well, I'm in the top 0.05% of Green Day listeners.
0.05% of Green Day listeners. What does that even mean?
So like out of all of the people that listen to Green Day, there's like the top 1% that listens to them like the most out of anybody. And I'm not 1%.
How old are you?
I'm top not 0.05%. 0.05%.
And what year were you born?
2003.
Oh,
And also,
I remember I was there.
Oh yeah, and also my number 1 artist was Green Day, and Nirvana, and then Sublime, and then Young Gravy.
Why is this kid so cool? Except I have no idea who Young Gravy is.
And then Young Gravy, and then Sum 41. But I didn't even think I listened to Sum 41 that much.
Who made this child? Why is she the coolest cat ever?
All 5 of my top songs are from Green Day. All of them.
All 5 of her top songs are from Green Day.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody should know.
So if you don't know who Green Day is,
Who doesn't know who Green Day is?
get out! No, I'm just kidding.
You're funny. Oh, and then one of my top genres was meme rap.
Meme rap.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the heck you're talking about. Okay. Oh my god, I may or may not edit that out because I have no idea what just happened. My 18-year-old just got up. Ooh. Okay, so blah, blah, blah. I started to get some hat mojo and I was like, I want to knit all the hats. And my friend Amy from Happy Little Yarn, she sent me a skein of yarn that she had dyed. She's not dyeing yarn anymore, but a skein of yarn that she had dyed for my birthdays. This is called Bite Back. That's the colorway, and this is on her City Base, which I believe is a 100% superwash merino. Worsted weight. And I was like, it's my husband's birthday today, and I really wanted to knit him a beanie. And I thought that would be perfect for him. I wasn't sure like what pattern to knit. And then I remember seeing Aquila knitting the photographer hat, and I showed it to Dave, and he's like, yeah, like he just wants like really simple beanie. He has a sock head hat, and he steals my Mexican hot chocolate Volenvine sock head hat all the time, which is like MCN. I'm like, how you enjoying that cashmere hat, yo? But so he wanted a sock head hat out of MCN and like wanted me to dye. And I don't have any MCN right now, so I was like, I don't really want to knit you a sock head hat in sock weight yarn. I love you and all, but like I'm gonna knit you because this is going so fast. It's the photographer hat by Lavanya Petrosella, and it's so squishy and I love it so much. And I showed it to him and he was like, yeah, just like he was fine with the ribbing and everything. So this is gonna be for his birthday. It's not gonna be done today, but he knows that. Like I'm knitting it in front of him, so it'll be done hopefully before Christmas. But I have a stitch marker here by Vix Knits, and it is a sugar skull. It's very cute and I really love it. So that's another hat I'm working on. And we'll see where the week takes us. Now, I did my self-striping dye process video with Aquila, and I was asked a question. Thank you. If you guys have any questions for me, please leave them in the comments below. I love to interact with you guys, answer your questions. I try to get back to them as soon as I can. Sometimes it's not always right away, but I was asked, if you've purchased from a supplier a skein that is already long, I think she said it was like 6 meters, what is a formula for self-striping? I don't know that there is a specific formula, but there is kind of a rule of thumb, okay? So what I would do is, because I don't know exactly, I don't do like meters, I do yards, and I don't know the exact yarn that is being talked about, but this is what I would do. Knit a swatch. I know, it's fine. I don't like knitting swatches either, but I knit a lot of swatches to learn self-striping. So knit a swatch. Do a couple rounds of ribbing in the yarn, on the needles, with the stitch count that you want. And then you can try to place like a stitch marker or something on the yarn, or put like a little, I mean, you're gonna kind of sacrifice it if you do it this way, but put like a mark with a pen, like a Sharpie, at the beginning of the round. Knit however many rounds you want one stripe to be. So if you want your stripe to be 4 rounds, knit 4 rounds. Put another Sharpie mark, unravel it, and then measure that length of yarn. And that is going to be the length that you need for one stripe, for one color. So I think she was wanting like 6 or 7 stripes. That's a pretty long repeat. So I don't know what you could get out of 6 meters. I think, and I could totally be wrong, but I think with those you can do like a 2-color repeat, maybe a 3-color repeat without altering it at all. All of my colorways are much, much longer than that. So I don't know, but I've also read, and this is information I've found online, so you can find it. I'm not sure where I read this, but during my research, about 1 yard is 1 round of an average sized sock, which is pretty vague, right? But like an average sized sock, 1 round is a yard. So if you wanted 5 rounds of one color, it would be 5 yards where you'd have to make your mark. So 5 yards, 1 repeat. I hope that makes sense. If not, leave more questions below and I will do my best to try to answer them for you. I love that I'm getting questions. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. Oh, I think my husband's back with my grandma, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. I might pop back in a little bit later today and show you the Corner of Craft 12 Days of Stitchmas. I've already peeked, but I put them back in the packages so I can be like, oh, it's December 1st. So what I'm gonna do is open them December 1st through the 12th and then just enjoy them during the season. So, all right, guys, we'll see you in the next clip. Okay. So this is Haley's first appearance on my YouTube channel. This is my oldest daughter, Haley. This is Coconut, who you all know.
And love.
And love. He's Insta famous. And this is Caitlin. And today's December 1st. I told you guys I'd try to pop back on here so we could open our advents. none of us have ever had an Advent of any kind before because I'm a horrible mother and I neglect my children.
Yeah.
No.
She beats us.
No.
I'm just, I don't call CPS. Oh my God. Listen, Linda. Okay.
Let's open it.
Haley doesn't have an Advent because she's 18 and so we stopped getting her stuff.
Yeah, I'm not important anymore.
But my friend Aquila, who I never talk about on here, and I'm sure none
Who's
of
that?
I know. I don't know. My friend Aquila sent this for Caitlin for Advent. And Caitlin is so excited. What do you say?
There you go. Anyway, let's just
Okay, so where's number 1? Okay, open it. Push it
Can you help? Do it at like the edges
Yeah.
where it's like perforated. Press it in.
with your fingernail like this.
You do it.
Like
Oh.
this.
You do it.
You want me to do it?
Yeah, you do it. I don't want to do it.
You're weird. Oh no.
It's okay.
Wait, how far down does it go? Is that it?
Oh,
Oh, it's big. Okay.
Yeah, it's big.
I didn't realize. I'm just gonna rip it. There we go. Paintbrushes? Oh my goodness. Pull them out. Oh, they're taped in there.
Tape on them.
Use your man strength.
What?
Everybody has it.
No.
Okay.
Or for
This includes everything you need for fun crafts every day.
What do
Okay,
you
so a whole bunch of shenanigans just happened that I'm cutting out. But, so we opened day 1 and got some paintbrushes and hangers for sun catchers.
No, come back. No.
All right, so tomorrow we open day 2.
And then
Haley decided she's bored.
Come
She
back.
decided she's bored and
Come back.
too cool for school.
Come back. You're doing this.
Okay, so I got from Hannah of the Corner of Craft, I got her 12 days of Stitchmas. I'm not sure when it was like intended to be opened and all this, but because 12 Days of Christmas, like my 12 Stripes of Christmas, is a Christmas Day cast on. The 12 Days of Christmas starts Christmas Day and ends January 6th. But I anticipate being extremely busy in the dye pots. So I'm opening mine December 1st with Caitlin. And then I don't have like any plans for the yarn or anything. I'm just gonna open it and enjoy it for the next 12 days and then have it through the holidays. So this is day 1. And the colorway, this is one of the mini skeins, which is 75% BFL, 25% nylon. The colorway name is called Move Earth. Ready? Ooh.
Wait, who made this?
Hannah from the Corner of Craft. Look at that.
That's pretty. You make me some socks out of it?
Make me some socks out of it.
I want it.
I want it.
Are you guys gonna fight over it?
I want it.
All right, guys. See you later. Bye. Hi, welcome back. Today is Saturday, December 4th, and I have been busy dyeing up all the things. On occasion, instead of knitting, I like to do like a little free swim dyeing. Self-striping is awesome, but it's very precise and controlled. And sometimes it's fun to put some yarn in a pan and throw some color at it and see what happens. And I have had a colorway stuck in my head for about a month. My favoriteest Christmas holiday treat is peppermint bark, like Ghirardelli's peppermint barks. Excuse me, sir, you're being rude. And every year we try to get like multiple bags so that we still have some after the holiday. It never happens, we always eat them all. But I wanted to see if I could dye a skein that when it's twisted, it fades from chocolatey brown to red to speckles. Y'all, I can't even. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Like, stop it. So when it's twisted, it has this like chocolatey brownish red color, and then it fades into more of a red, and then speckles. Look at those. Oh my gosh, it's so fun. And when they're like all together, screenshot. When they're all together, they're very cohesive. Like, you know, hand-dyed yarn's never all going to be the same, but like I was really happy with the way that they all look twisted up. How can I do a good screenshot? So I also dyed a couple of the Snazberries, Taste Like Snazberries, on my BFL base Endure. And I'm like, oh God, these look really pretty together. Clearly I have favorite color. It's like red and pink, burgundy. Oh my gosh. Okay, so, but I wasn't sure how this would knit up, and I dyed this on my DK base. So I was gonna knit a DK sock, but I decided to see how it would look in a hat pattern. And I reached out to a friend who told me, use the photographer hat pattern, but do 96 stitches instead of 88, and use a US 4 for the ribbing, and then switch to a US 6 for the body of the hat. So I held one of these back and I cast it on. And here is how it's knitting up. I'm not sure if it's going to pool or flash. I need to get some more inches done on it to see kind of like how it will knit up. But so far I'm really, really happy with how this is knitting up. So these three, I was gonna name this Peppermint Bark, but then when I was looking at it, I was like, be still my heart. So I might call it Be Still. These will not be in my Etsy shop because y'all, I put my Etsy shop on vacation. Doesn't mean I'm on vacation. I'm dyeing all the yarn. I'm getting pre-orders out. I have just decided that it's time for me to move from Etsy to my own website. Etsy's not the best place to do pre-orders. So when these are listed, they will be on prettytwistedyarns.com. Can you even? I can't even. So they're not live yet. I'll announce on Instagram when these will be available as ready to ship. Right now, pre-orders are closed. I'm kind of revamping and reevaluating some things that kind of haven't really been working. I'm not taking pre-orders right now. I may or may not, again, on my new website. We'll kind of see how it goes. And yeah, so these will be ready to ship on my website sometime next week. follow me on Instagram. I'm at prettytwistedyarns, and I will announce there when these are live. Because you don't want to miss it, because there's only 3. Ooh, yes, also, I finished one intervale sock. So I shared this earlier in this video. This is a pattern by Granite State Yarns, and I have cast on and knit the cuff, the leg, and I've done the heel, and now I'm knitting it down at the foot on the second sock. Yay! These are DK weight. They're going to be super comfy, cozy for around the house and in bed. Super fun pattern, really enjoying that. I made a teeny weeny bit of progress on Dave's photographer hat. So I'm done the ribbing now. So last time I showed this, I was here. I did a couple more inches, and now I'm done the ribbing. I need to switch the needles out to the, it's a free pattern, so I'm switching them out to a US 8 for the body of the hat. So I have 2 photographer hats on the needles right now, one in worsted and one in DK. Because what's wrong with me? Oh my God. I was just saying, like, I got like 15 whips I need to go through, and then I cast on another hat. But like, I had to see how this knits up. Oh my gosh, okay, and, oh, also, I have my Freckled Whimsy Advent skein. I made some progress. Not much, but a little bit. So I'm knitting them in tandem, meaning not 2 at a time. They're each on their own needle, but I'm knitting them at the same time. Like I'll do a stripe on one, a stripe on the other one, stripe on one, stripe on the other one. So now I can move my stitch marker. This was day 4. This was today's Advent from Hannah of the Corner of Craft, her 12 Days of Stitchmas. And there's where I am on those. So what I'll do is I'll do the heel on one, the heel on the other one. I'm going to do an Eye of Partridge, heel flap, gusset. Move my progress keeper. And here is the other one. And this little guy was day 2 of the 12 Days of Stitchmas. Super duper cute. Also, when my website's live, I'll probably just do like a little video on here. It's gonna be super simple. Like pretty much like if you went to Etsy. It's not gonna have any super fancy stuff. It's gonna be like shop now, ready to ship. If I decide to do pre-orders, there'll be the pre-orders for the self-striping on there, and then an FAQ page. So different facts, my business hours, how to get in touch with me. And as I go, I might tweak and change different things, but for right now, it's just going to be super simple and easy to navigate. That is about it. I had to interrupt Dave from winding yarn so I could come in here. The warping mill squeaks, and I was like, that's really loud. So he stopped mid-skein so that I could wrap this video up, and we're gonna get back to work. I've got more yarn to dye, more yarn to reskein, some more computer work to do. So I'm gonna go do that. Oh, I know what I was gonna say. I have opened a coffee account. I would love to have a coffee with you. If you want to have a coffee with me, if you want to buy me a coffee, I have a little like coffee jar down in the description box. you just click on coffee. You can buy me a coffee, and I would so appreciate it because y'all, self-striping yarn takes a lot of work and a lot of coffee. So I really appreciate all of your support. If you like this kind of yarny shenanigans, please consider subscribing to this channel. Give it a big thumbs up. Like it, share it with your friends because sharing is caring. All those things. I really appreciate you guys joining me this week. And I hope you all have an excellent weekend, and I will see you next time. Thanks for coming by.